हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्नोतिभिश्रेयसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सदमानं भवति सदायु पुरुषशतेन्द्रिय आयुष्येवेन्द्रिये प्रतिष्ठति। महागणपति परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष फलसिद्धिरस्तु सकल कार्येषु आनुकूल्यता फलसिद्धिरस्तु।
அடுத்தது நமது தலைவருடன் வருகை தந்திருக்கும் திரு அரவிந்த். A small token of love from the Sai Baba Shirdi Sai Baba temple to our honorable. அடுத்தபடியாக நமது தலைவருடன் வருகை தந்திருக்கும் திரு அரவிந்த் ஈஸ்வரன், ஒருங்கிணைப்பாளர், ஓவர்சீஸ் ஃப்ரண்ட் ஆஃப் பிஜேபி தமிழ்நாடு சாப்டர் அவர்களையும் அன்புடன் அழைக்கின்றோம். Mr. Ramakrishnan, the OF BJP Phoenix chapter அவர்களையும் மேடைக்கு வருமாறு அழைக்கின்றோம்.
ஸ்ரீனிவாஸ் குப்தா ஐயா அவர்கள், ஏன்னா தமிழ் அருமையா பேசுறதா பேரை பார்த்து எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் டவுட் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஸ்ரீனிவாஸ் குப்தா அவர்கள், நம்முடைய அரவிந்த் ஈஸ்வரன் அவர்கள் எல்லோரும் ஒருங்கிணைந்து நம்ம எல்லாம் இந்த இடத்துல ஒரே இடத்துல பார்ப்பதற்காக கொண்டு வந்திருக்கின்றார். அதனால் இந்த நேரத்தில் நான் தாய்மொழி தமிழ் மொழியிலிருந்து ஆங்கிலத்துக்கு மாறிடுறேங்க. ஸோ தட் தமிழ் தெரியாதவங்க சில பேருக்கு இருந்தால் கூட அவங்களுக்கு புரியணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரே ஒரு காரணத்துக்காக மட்டும். ஸோ இட்ஸ் a great occasion. We are meeting in this very beautiful, wonderful Arizona. Normally we don't get an opportunity to come and meet you in Arizona. West Coast, East Coast அப்படியே போயிருங்க. வாஷிங்டன், நியூயார்க், சான் பிரான்சிஸ்கோ. ஸோ நிறைய பேர் வந்து உள்ளே வந்து உங்களை பார்க்கறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருக்கும். டுடே we got an opportunity. It's a God given opportunity to come, drive inside, meet you, greet you and go back. Because you are wholly connected there, your umbilical cord is connected there, and wherever you are, a bit of your heart still beats for Bharat. It keeps beating, it will continue to beat. But the only thing is the children who are born here, many of our little children are born here. They should also maintain that same spirit, same ethos, same love for the motherland. Where we live, we always give respect to that land because this land is giving us everything. It is giving us food, it is giving us a place to live, it is giving us prestige, it is giving us respect. And a lot of people, they work with us, they work for us, and you are team leaders, bosses, and you come from different work profile. Yeah. So it is important we give respect to US. At the same time, it is equally important that we give the same respect to our motherland, even if you have left it long time back, even if you continue to maintain a bond. And we are at a very important point in our civilizational journey. ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு நேரத்தில் இருக்கிறாங்க. More than any point of time in India's civilizational trajectory. This is a very important point in India's journey, Bharat's journey, where நம்முடைய நாடு இந்தியா இன்னைக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா we are from adulthood we are entering into a big brother league. Slowly, steadily, our growth story. We are touching $4 trillion. We are the apple of the world's eye. Everybody is looking at India. Everybody wants to know what is happening in India, carefully watching India. And we have just taken off now. And next 25 years, it is going to be India's century. And people will continue to invest in India. And India will rise up to its potential. And Swami Vivekananda, long time back, 1893, the continuous speeches from Chicago. 1897, he came to Jaffna. From Jaffna, he came to Ramanathapuram. He took a train all the way to Almora. Swami Vivekananda's continuous speeches around that point of time, he predicted this time will come. He predicted this time will come. That he predicted from the Tamil soil, predicted from the place where he left to Chicago, from the place we first came to Bharat. அவருடைய ஃபர்ஸ்ட் விசிட் டு பாரத் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சிகாகோ முடிச்சுட்டு அமெரிக்கா முடிச்சுட்டு he started giving all his lectures across US. Then he came to Sri Lanka. From Jaffna he finished it. He took a ship. When he entered Ramanathapuram, he entered into a place called Kundukkal. Kundukalங்கிற ஒரு சின்ன இடத்துல தான் விவேகானந்தா ஜி, சுவாமி விவேகானந்தா entered India. பாரத் என்டர் பண்ணாரு. அந்த நேரத்தில் ராமநாதபுரமுடைய ராஜா, the Raja of Ramanathapuram, he went to receive Swami Vivekananda because he has attended the World Parliament of Religions. He went and represented Hinduism, went and represented our way of life in front of the world. The whole world was amazed. A person coming to Chicago started addressing people as my dear brothers and sisters. This is how he started. So everybody was amazed. What is this religion? From which part of the world this religion is there? This religion is able to accept everybody as their brother and sister. A monk who comes from, at that point of time, Hindu in the Western world, instead of Hindu, you use the word called Hindoo. They said Hindu. Because Hindu was never a religion, it was always a way of life. Everybody was amazed. What is this religion? Who is this monk? He is able to come and address everybody as brother and sister. With that spirit, he was able to take our way of life, talk to people. In fact, at the Chicago World Parliament of Religion, before Swami Vivekananda ji, 16 பேர் பேசினாங்க. He waited for his chance. He was the 17th speaker. People from all religions spoke. ஒருத்தர பேசிட்டே வந்தாங்க. Everybody spoke why their religion is the greatest. Everybody said why their religion is the most unique religion in the world. Swami Vivekananda அவங்க 17வது பேசும்போது ஒரே வார்த்தை தான் சொன்னாரு. Since everybody who spoke before me, you said I come from a religion, I come from the world's greatest religion. But the plan for me was not to use the word called religion, because Hinduism is never a religion. It's a way of life. Since all of you have used the word called religion, then Vivekananda Swami said, then I'll use the word called I come from the mother of all religion, which is the Hindu way of life. I'm representing that. Where for the longest point of time it had sannyasis, it has sadhus. No other religion had people குடும்பத்தை விட்டுட்டு குழந்தைகளை விட்டுட்டு they sacrifice their whole life as sannyasi and sadhus. People lived centuries. Even if you go to Udupi now, a lot of people have come from Udupi. If you go to this very sacred Krishna temple, Pariyaya poningana, where every 2 years one matta will transfer the power to another matta, this matta will transfer to another matta. You'll be very amazed at 650 years of continuous journey. 650 ஆண்டுகள், 650 years. Madhavacharya அவங்க காலத்திலிருந்து 650 years for Lord Krishna. One matta transferred power to another matta, 2 years. He transferred power to this matta, 2 years. He transferred to 2 years. January middle, pakka they do the power transfer. Democratically, without fight, no dispute, we have done it. Democracy இப்பதாங்க வந்துச்சு. Without democracy, we are doing it in the name of that spirit. So that is why this religion is very special. This way of life is very special. So அந்த spiritல Vivekananda, when he entered Swami Vivekananda, Tamil Nadu குந்துக்கலுக்குள்ள வைக்கும் பொழுது, the Raja of Ramanathapuram, he said only one condition. Sir, Swami Vivekananda, unga kaal வந்து இந்த மண்ணில் படக்கூடாது. Because you are such a great soul. You have traveled to America, you have spoken about our religion, you have exposed our religion to the Western people. When people are talking about crusades, the Protestant way of life, when people are talking about Christianity, you have exposed what Hinduism is. So your feet should touch my head. After it touches my head only, your feet should touch the Bharat soil. And Swami Vivekananda refused to put his feet on the Maharaja's head. He said, no, I will put my feet because my feet should touch Bharat here. Kundukal is such a sacred place. Any of you coming to Tamil Nadu next time, you should take that visit to Ramanathapuram in Kundukal Park, especially your children should go there. There's a small Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Mission temple. You can go, you can see the exact spot where Swami Vivekananda entered. So that spirit is what we are talking in 2025. He predicted this will happen. He predicted India's time will come. He predicted the whole world will look at India. The whole world wants to learn from India. The richest man in Bay Area to a poorest homeless person in Los Angeles. Everybody only one question. What is the secret of existence of life? What is this life? Why we are born? Why we are dying? Why we are living? Only Bharat has got answer to that. Nobody has got answer to that. So that Bharat is going to give. That also the answer is with Bharat. So the whole world is looking at us. People look at us in different ways. So on the spirit we are at the takeoff point. And very few countries get this opportunity. We all got this opportunity now. We are very young. We are at the right time. We are at the exact takeoff mode. Stable politics. So we know, okay, we are the 5th largest economy. 3 years we will be the 3rd largest economy. US is there, China is there, India will reach there. Then we have another 25 years goal, 2047. We have kept a goal for ourselves. 100 years after independence, we should reach there. So all of us are going to be part of this very beautiful journey. Very beautiful journey. Our elders have brought us all the way here. There are some our elders who are sitting here who have given their life to the growth of our country, growth of this dharma. So they will continue to bless us. So and the spirit nama purinjikkonga. That is why when issues like Pulwama happened previously, now what has happened in Pahalgam on April 22nd, 2025, so it reaffirms once again why Bharat matters. We might be a Tamilian, we might be a Kannadiga, we might be a Telugu, we might be whoever we are. But when this happens, it shooks our conscience. In the religion which attack pandranga, somebody comes into our country, he asks what religion you are. And my methodology of faith is different. Then they want to make me to kneel down like ISIS. Then they want to segregate people. 3-member group of terrorists, they came, they divided people, segregated people. They said, what is your religion? If you say Islam, okay, fine, recite the verse. If you say you are a Hindu, come and stand this line. Then they made them to kneel down, they executed them. They executed them. So this is where it troubles all of us. So nama or peaceful a community which believes in the concept of peace. A community which always prays, I should not namma idula vandu prayer enunga. The whole world should be well. Appadithaan nama pray pandranga. We never pray that we should be well. We never pray my father, mother should be well. We never say my family should be well. We always say, everybody in the world should be well. Goodness should come to everybody. So this is one dharma which everybody is like. How is this possible? This dharma talks about goodness of all. Anda edathula vandu religion kettu, when people execute, then we get angry. We see the anger. There is something inside us that stirs inside us. We are seeking answers. We want to give it back. And the kova ellarthukkume varum. So adhai neenga purinjikkonum. Wherever we are, that we have to understand India is entering into a civilizational battle. Everybody is looking at our way of life is troubling a lot of people. Our growth story is troubling a lot of people. And everybody wants to get into this power politics, lock India somewhere. Adilundu nama yarki maatama, we have to come out. And we have to continue to grow. Growth is our things. We should not get diverted by Pakistan or China, whatever they do in the border area. But still we have to respond very firmly and forcefully when we have to respond. Then inside our country, we should not get it. General Bipin Rawat ayya, nama urla da irundanga. He died in Tamil Nadu. It's a great soul. He died. But before his death, one of his famous speeches he mentioned, India is fighting a 2.5 battle. India fights a battle with Pakistan, one battle. India fights a battle with China, second battle. Another 0.5. India fights a battle internally. So India is one country. Right now we are fighting a 2.5 battle. So all of us will make sure, at least for Bharat, that 0.5 battle we can reduce. Of course we'll fight with China, we'll fight with Pakistan. Probably a day will come when we have to fight with both of them. We are ready for that. We will fight with both of them one day. That day might eventually come when India becomes a bigger part. Both might come after us. So we are preparing ourselves. The whole idea of buying this many Rafales for Navy, for Army, and equipping our Army, equipping our armed forces, keeping them agile, we are preparing for a two-front war. Whenever that happens, we are ready as a country. Because we are not going to, India has never went for a war. We never attack anybody. But if they attack us, we should be ready. But that 0.5 is something that all of us should be careful. We should not give it to Bharat. The another trouble that we get is when somebody gets killed in Kashmir, we don't see it as somebody. We say, okay, when Shimoga, what did the sister ask? You have killed my husband. You kill me also. You kill my son also. Why are you leaving both of us alive? So what did the terrorist say? I am leaving you alive because you should go and tell Modi what has happened here. So when you read that, when you see that, it shooks us as if somebody from our home is killed. We don't see it as Shimoga, we don't see it as Karnataka, we don't see it as Kannadiga. We see, okay, it is as if my family neighbor is killed. When a boy who just got married, 7 days later goes for a honeymoon, gets killed, gets executed. Where yesterday the wife says in TV, when they asked him, what is your religion? He said, I am a Hindu. When this conversation was happening, he said, my husband prolonged the conversation with the terrorists so that other people can run away from behind him. Because he knew he was going to get killed, but still he confronted him and he waited for about 2-3 minutes conversation because he wanted people behind him to run. So he said, even when my husband was dying, he made sure he saved somebody. When you read each of the story, and the 26 பேர், it's a story. It's a civilizational story. It is not some newspaper, you write one line, you write one word, you forget them next day morning, you throw the newspaper to a old newspaper agent and move on. No, this all 26 is a story. It is India's civilizational story. Then it gives duty to us to make sure we have to control that 0.5 battle. It is duty on all of us. அது நம்மளுடைய கடமை, because somebody has stood for us. Somebody is standing for us. So when this north-south battle happens, oh, north is different, south is different, we are different, they are different, language is different, then it is our duty to counter. In Arizona State University, I was giving an example. When Aurangzeb was the emperor, Mughal emperor, he put something called a jizya tax. யாராவது வாரணாசிக்குள்ள போய், if you take a worship of Kashi Vishwanatha, you have to pay a tax. Because it's a Muslim ruler, we tax cut. So there was a king, Hoysala king called Narasimha III. So he was thinking, okay, people go from south, people go from Tamil Nadu, people go from Karnataka, Andhra, they go to Kashi. Appa engirundha, how will they pay jizya tax? So he said, okay, so Karnataka, 30 villages, I am only dedicating to jizya tax. Hindu king, Narasimha III, Hoysala king, he said, okay, anybody going from South India, the revenue of this 30 villages, I will pay to the Mughals as jizya tax, so that you should go pray Lord Shiva and come. So did he think about north and south? Did King Narasimha talk about, oh, people from south will go, they are putting jizya tax? No. Did Narasimha talk about Tamil Nadu and Karnataka? No. He said, anybody going from here, I will pay jizya tax, 30 villages I am dedicating, we will pay that. Saint Vastupal in Gujarat, in 1669, when the temple was demolished, he gave 1 crore that point of time to build a temple. So did Gujarat guy think about Kashi Vishwanath and Varanasi in UP? Why should I give 1 crore? So all the stories tell us again and again and again why we are connected as Bharatiyas. It's a reminder every single time when somebody is trying to divide us. South is different. It's a reminder to tell us, no, all of us are same. Even if you do a gene testing, gene is also same. Now they have done gene testing, R1, the fellows are sitting there, the bright students there. Common gene pool you have. When somebody asked Ambedkar, sir, what is this Aryan Dravidian theory? Ambedkar gave an excellent answer. He said, the only correct place for Aryan theory, there is a place to keep it. He said, that is a dustbin. He said, there is no other place for the Aryan Dravidian theory. Dustbin is the only place where you should keep this thing. So all this event that happens, it reaffirms once again that why we should be united always. And even thousands of miles away in Arizona, in Bay Area, wherever we are, we all have a sacred duty to preserve the civilizational ethos. Because it's a very special civilization. And not many countries are Hindu countries, not many countries are Sanatana Dharma countries, not many countries have dharmic values. And this is a very special country. All of us have a duty because thousands of year-old civilization they have handed it over to us. So we have to hand it over to the next generation. அதனால் நம்ம நீங்கள் பண்ணுறீங்க, we are doing it every time. So it is important that when ஊருக்கு வர்றீங்க, you bring your children, you expose them, குலதெய்வதா வழிபாடு, கிராம தேவதைகள், கிராம தேவர், காவல் தெய்வம், to our way of life. They come and see visibly what is happening. So Arizona has got 2 beautiful temples. We have a Ganapati temple about an hour from here. Then we have our Venkatramana temple, which is right outside the city. Rendu edathila where we can go to a temple and show them this is what it is. Ipdi dhaan pooja nadakkum. Then everything, now people need little bit of science also. Innikku oru kid irukanga ekadasi, probably they might not know. Little bit science. Why we match everything with the lunar calendar. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம ஃபாலோ பண்ற கேலண்டர்ல வேற கேலண்டர், இட்ஸ் கிரிகோரியன் அண்ட் போப் கேலண்டர். ஸோ குழந்தைங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒய் வி கோ அலாங் வித் லூனார், ஒய் வி கோ அலாங் வித் த மூன். ஸோ எதுக்கு எக்ஸாக்ட்லி ஏகாதசி அன்னைக்கு நாம வந்து விரதம் இருக்கணும், ஒய்? ஸோ லிட்டில் பிட் சயின்ஸ் இஸ் ஆல்சோ நீடட். ஐ திங்க் இட் இஸ் அ டியூட்டி. Forums like this, we bring science to this to explain why Ekadasi, why Dvadasi, why this particular day is there, why it is connected to our life. And Not necessarily Saturday, Sunday holiday, Western concept, Saturday, Sunday they started, we are following the same thing. But இதெல்லாமே நம்ம குழந்தைகளுக்கு சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கும் பொழுது we reinforce the Sanatana Dharma, we reinforce the dharmic values so that they're very clear, oh, this civilization is special, this culture is very special, it is my duty to preserve. At the same time again, we are a country where for a long time we have seen scarcity. And first time our children are seeing some resource now. Long time we have seen scarcity. When there is a buffet table or food, generally they mock us, oh, Indians overcrowd, big people pay nipanga, people alla handa potukuvaanga. Generally solluvaanga, people say. That is not because of our culture, that is because of scarcity. A culture that was so abundant with resources, we are sucked our resource out. Sucked our resource. Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister, when the World War II was happening, when we were suffering a famine in Bengal, the Great Bengal famine, they are very particular, the resource have to go to the World War II front. When they are telling, no, India le famine nadakumbodhu eppadi ungalku resource kodukka mudiyum, what was the answer he gave? That people die. People were getting killed because they were bleeding our resources. Cotton, eduthuங்க, ella resource eduthuங்க. Angus Madison, there is a very, very, very famous economist from UK, Cambridge. He did a very beautiful study. 1700s, what is India's contribution in world GDP? 23%. If the world GDP is 100, India alone had 23. I am talking of 1700 and I know 1000 kla pover. If I am going for 1000 years or 1200, 1300, it will be somewhere at 50-60%. Even after bleeding so much, even after all this that happened, even at 1700, we were still 23%. So where are we? We are at 2% now. From there to here, what a fall we had. So that is why, as Bharatiyas, we should feel very special. We have waited for this time for the last 250 years. 250 years, our grandfathers, grandmothers, they all have waited, they all have struggled, they never have the means and methodology to achieve it. Now finally we are seeing something in front of us. From a scarcity country, we are going to a resource-rich country. Puckett State, California, I was mentioning this in the Arizona State University. If you look at California, as a state, one state, I was looking at the data yesterday. The world's top economy, richest economy is US, $31 trillion. They are far in your crowd. Second is China at 17 trillion. Japan, Germany, 4.7 trillion, 4 trillion. So we are at 3.9 trillion. I'm a fifth. But US, like if you take California state alone, it is 4.1 trillion. If you take California state alone, it is more than India in terms of GDP. So India is 3.9, California state alone is 4.1, but still California at 4.1 is growing at 6%. India grew at 6.5% last year, California grew at 6%. So technology. These guys control everything. $1 trillion companies, Google, Alphabet, NVIDIA, Amazon, all companies are here. Now India needs that. So this is where I think all of you can contribute in a big way. India needs big companies, mighty companies, $1 trillion companies, product companies that can shape the world. How many gone are the days of IT services, cost arbitrage, cheap labor? I think that is done. Now we have to move to the next trajectory where India will contribute product to the world. So our youngsters are very hungry. They want to build big companies. Now we are the second largest startup ecosystem in the world. Per day, hundreds of startups get registered. They become big. They want to conquer the world. They want to serve the world. That is also parallelly happening. So we are also encouraging them to big. Neenga nama solla Reliance bad, Adani bad, Ambani bad, adella pesra easy irukum. Oh, Ambani perusaitanga. But last year you just look at the data. The net taxes paid by Reliance, the net tax they paid to Government of India last year by Reliance is 1,86,000 crore. India on a total budget is 51 lakh crore. Ambani is paid 4% of India's budget. So when you have Walton, Sam Walton's, Walmart, when you have big companies, so India big companies immediately we get trouble, no crony capitalism, how can somebody become big? So we have to get out of this mindset to say we need big companies in our country, not one Ambani, we need 10 Ambani, not one Adani, we need 50 Adani. Then how will we become a $50 trillion economy? So adhukku nama youngsters should come with a lot of fire and hunger and start growing our economy in a big way, start shaping it up, create a lot of technology-based companies, product-based companies. That is why we encourage all the youngsters to dream big and come back. So US மட்டும் எவ்வளவு Indian students பாருங்க இன்னைக்கு today 3,30,000 people in US, only Indian students. 3,30,000. We are the number one country in the world which sends more number of students to US. We just overtook China 2023, we overtook. We are number one. UK from 2022 we are number one. We are sending more students into UK. Australia we continue to be number one. So in the மூணு countryல மட்டும் we have 7 lakh Indian students who go and study. 7 lakh. Which is an unbelievable number. Unbelievable number. இந்த உலகத்துல யாருமே 7 லட்சம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் வந்து யூஎஸ்ல யூகேல ஆஸ்திரேலியால 7 lakh students வாய்ப்பே இல்லை. We are one country we are sending. Now that is why we are motivating all the children to come back. கொஞ்சம் பேர் இங்க இருங்க, கொஞ்சம் பேர் ஒர்க் பண்ணுங்க, கொஞ்சம் பேர் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் கெயின் பண்ணிக்கங்க. But a lot of people should come back with hunger and start companies. Semiconductor. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம semiconductor பேசுறாங்க. Arizona is the hub of semiconductor. How many people know? In 1986, India's semiconductor story is the story for the world. We had a semiconductor plant in Chandigarh run by the government of India. Chandigarh semiconductor manufacturing plant. 1986, we are manufacturing chips at 60 nanometer. Taiwan is nowhere in the picture. China is nowhere in the picture. But sabotage happened, fire happened, they burned the whole thing down as usual in India at that point of story. No accountability, nothing got fixed. Nobody knew what happened. Today we are struggling for a 40, 50, 30 nanometer chip. NVIDIA, TSMC, 2 nanometer, 3 nanometer better. So India had everything. We lost it in between. It's not that we didn't have anything. We are starting from zero. So children have to come back, put their mind to their heart, start companies, give their life 20 years, 30 years, they have to dedicate it. Failures will keep happening, but they have to keep going. 20, 30 years, if they dedicate their life, they'll see success. That is for the contribution of them to Bharat. Adu children have to come back after getting exposure. So, இவ்வளவு விஷயங்கள் நம்ம பேசணும். So, that is why this forum is very important. This forum is very important because we have to talk about civilizational values, dharmic values, unity of the country, where we are, where we have to go. So, நிறைய பேர் நம்ம கோவம் வருங்க. இந்த பெகல்காமுக்கு அப்புறம் we get lot of anger. But we always make wrong decisions in anger. Anger will always make us to do foolish decisions. Oh, we are anger. Let us mobilize our force, go to war with Pakistan. We will show them who we are. Yes, we will go to war with Pakistan. Very விஷயம் இல்லைங்க. Who is Pakistan is nobody. It's a doormat to us. நம்ம எக்கானமி என்னங்க? Pakistan GDP is India's rounding error. Rounding error. நம்ம GDP 3.900 trillion rounding error is Pakistan. பாகிஸ்தான் அது ஒரு பெரிய கண்ட்ரி எடுத்துக்கிட்டு அவங்ககிட்ட போய் சண்டை போட்டு WTW ரெஸ்டாரண்ட் கொண்டு போய் நோஞ்சாண்ட சண்டை போட்டாங்க. So we are very clear where we have to go, what we have to do. That's a rounding error country. இல்லைங்களா? ரிசர்வ் பேங்க்ல லூஸ் சேஞ்சுக்காக பாகிஸ்தான் மாதிரி கண்ட்ரி இருக்கு. Because even to borrow their civil servant, even to pay their civil servant, they have to borrow from International Monetary Fund every month. That is their current position. So we have to deal this in a different way, which we all know Modi ji will deal in a different way. We will teach them a lesson of a life. But we all know in Modi ji's way he will do it. Modi ji's way it will happen, so that they will learn a lesson of a lifetime. Next time, even the terrorist grandchildren should not even dream about touching a gun. அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கணும். Civilizational, dharmic values, this has to happen in the discussion. Economic discussion. The best combination of Bay Area, Arizona, நீங்க உங்களுடைய talent, brain, how India can, Bharat can utilize for its growth. State like Tamil Nadu, நிறைய நம்ம தமிழ் சொந்தங்களுக்கு இருக்கிறாங்க.